Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway, because their slogan is Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. You can shop from the comfort of your home, and in fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to episode 175 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She's Julie Dobbs. She's back and sun-kissed.
I am back.
Floral and
I'm back.
Yes.
It's weird to be out of town and watch your podcast while out of town, the podcast that went on without you there. But I loved it, and it was really fun.
It was amazing. She's
yeah,
the best. Yeah,
she's great. I loved y'all's conversations. And
so good.
I think it's good to switch it up sometimes, and you get a whole different perspective on things, and it just changes the flow a little bit. It was fun.
I know. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be out.
Yes.
Who are you bringing in?
I have booked Sarah Blaskovich from the
Okay.
Dallas Morning News.
I like it.
She is the senior food writer for the Dallas Morning News, and she is also another sorority sister, along with Chris. But she has 2 little kids and obviously a busy job, and has a lot to talk about when it comes to momming and parenting. And she wants to talk about the struggles of a summer mom, because we all know the struggles of a summer mom are different than a school year mom.
For sure.
You're still trying to do your job, but the kids are just there all the time.
Hi.
Maybe you're driving them all around and they have things to go to, but you're also coordinating it all and driving them and pick up and trying to work. So anyway, we're going to talk some about that, and then she's going to bring restaurants, all of her favorite family, kid-friendly restaurants and places like that in town.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. She's been joining us on the Speakeasy pretty much monthly at this point now, and I'm super impressed by her and how good she is at radio and everything else. So it'll be good. Yeah,
very fun. Very
I'm excited.
Fun. Speaking of being excited, I'm excited because we have a new little partner. It's Rev Entertainment, and they basically operate everything at Globe Life Field outside of baseball. So concerts, tours, parties, all that kind of stuff goes through Rev Entertainment. So Madison, who is with Rev, used to work for the Rangers, and she reached out and was like, would y'all want to partner? And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so the first event they're having that they want us to talk about that I think is super cool, and I would totally go if I wasn't going to be on the road with the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be in San Diego, but on July 29th, they're having Family Field Day at Globe Life Field. So you get to, come onto the field. It's presented by Monument Realty. And it's, like I said, coming on July 29th. So don't miss your chance.
Soon.
Yeah. So you could beat the heat, enjoy activities directly on the field at the home of the Texas Rangers. So you'll be down on the field, adults and kids of all ages.
I might go. Can I go?
Yeah. You have an invite.
Okay.
You do.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So go and take the kids. It'll be super fun. They're going to have a mini home run derby, Rangers alumni player appearances. You can play catch on the field and so much more. So it really should be a good time. Sunday, July 29th.
Putting it in my calendar.
I'm so excited you get to go. I know, and I'm sad I don't get to go, but I'll be in San Diego with the team. I would assume they're going to have the game on. I don't know exactly the times. I need to find that out.
Yeah, okay.
So,
might be around the same
time. You can go to globelifefield.com to purchase tickets, and then we'll have a bunch of stuff on our social media too, especially considering the times. But they're going to have the game on during,
which will be cool.
During so it'll be super fun. Watch a Rangers game on the field, do all that fun stuff while the game's
playing. I love that. I feel like that couldn't be a better fit for us here on the show, because you're joining kids and families and sports.
Yes, yeah.
And that's what we do.
And it's inside. Mm-hmm. It's inside, thank goodness.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about Hawaii. How was it? It looked amazing.
It was so amazing.
But you almost died too.
I did almost die.
Okay.
And that's not an exaggeration. It's really
Yeah.
weird. Did you hear the story?
You told me a little bit.
I told you that day.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'll tell a little bit about Kauai, and then I'll tell you how I almost died, because I don't want the almost dying to overshadow all the cool stuff.
We definitely don't.
Even though it could, because you almost died.
Yeah.
But it was our second time to go to Kauai. Have you been to Hawaii at all?
Negative.
Okay, you got.
I don't like flying, and the flight stresses me out.
Yeah, it's stressful. It's not for me. It's not stressful, scary. It's just like long.
Yeah.
And I am still not okay because of all the time difference stuff and the way we planned our travel back. We left on Sunday out of Kauai at 2 p.m. and got home Monday at 6 a.m. our time. So you just like completely lose a day. You don't know where you are. I'm in the same outfit. Do I wear this still, or do I need to change because it's a new day? And then the kids, were so excited to see us, and so you just fight through. And then the morning show started, and we are down a person every day this week, which means I have to do too much talking, more talking than I like.
Yeah.
I don't like talking that much for 4 hours.
I know.
Anyway, I'm just telling you all this. If I'm not making words right now, that's why.
Can I tell you not making words right about something that I heard this morning that you kept saying on the radio?
Yeah.
You kept saying seeked.
Seeked for what?
Like he seeked it out.
That's a word.
Seeked?
Yeah.
I thought it was sought.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's both?
Ashley says it's both.
Okay.
You bitch.
Okay.
You grammar bitch.
Sorry.
Trying to punch me while I'm down. Kick me while I'm down.
I just thought if we're piling on, might as well jump in there.
You can what?
Sought, like it was.
Yeah.
He sought it out.
You can sought it out, or past tense.
You
seeked it out. Is it seeked or sought?
So
I'm gonna
both, but they're different terms.
Okay.
What does seeked mean?
So they mean the exact same thing, but
yeah. You
they're
bitch.
both past tense.
Okay.
So the verb seek means trying to find or get something. I need to keep a mic on me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually do, Ash.
All right.
Seek
So
isn't a regular verb though. Sought is the past, and the past part.
The internet's not helping me.
the internet is not. It's not supporting your case.
No.
The internet's piling on too.
The internet literally says the verb seek means to try to find or get something. Seek is an irregular verb. Sought is the past. And the past participle from seek. Seeked is incorrect.
Yes! Sweet victory for the grammar police.
All right.
Kidding.
I actually did not know that. That's not because I haven't slept and stuff. I
just
thought
something you didn't know?
Yeah, I think I've always been saying that wrong.
Yeah. Well, welcome to.
But I also will say sought sometimes. So it's not like I don't know that sought exists.
Yeah.
I know that sought exists.
Well, I'm glad I could educate you today, Julie.
When was I even saying
That's
that?
what I'm here for. I don't know.
I
I
love
was
that
listening.
you listen so closely. I actually do love that.
Well, I almost texted you and said it, but I didn't want to.
Because sometimes I'm like, is this thing on?
Is anybody listening?
I'll get a text from my mom every once in a while, and that's it. It's weird. So no, I'm glad to know that you listen, and I'm glad to know. That
And I tried to chime in on y'all's Ranger talk yesterday with my Cliff Lee.
Yeah, that
awesome.
was good.
Did y'all ever talk about it?
I saw it after the fact. I know.
And trying to bring some stuff to the table.
I like it.
Speakeasy.
Thank you. I know.
All right, sorry. Back to you in Hawaii.
Yeah,
all the
and
things.
seeked and sought. So basically, what I was saying is, I feel like shit, and now she's gloating.
Just gonna bask in the.
I hope you feel good about
grammar
yourself.
victory over here.
I'm struggling.
I know. I love you so.
No, I would hate to continue to say something wrong because I do talk on the radio, so I'm glad to know about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little off still because you haven't. It's like I haven't gotten right, and then I'm doing the morning show, and then there's a lot of stuff going on in my brain about a lot of stuff, and so I haven't been sleeping well on top of it all. So, anyway, but all that to say, the travel is a lot, but it's worth it.
You were there for a long time.
We were there. Yeah, we were there Saturday through Monday, so 8 days or whatever.
Yeah, that's
9
amazing.
days. How many days, smartass? How many days?
That would be 7.
Thank you.
Oh,
7
no,
days.
it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be 7. It would be 9.
Oh, so you messed up?
I did. I totally effed that up. Thank you to the math police for
Right.
correcting me.
That would be 7 days. Math is hard, and so is spelling.
But you know how I gauged vacations, though? Of how many days you have without traveling.
Yeah, that's a good way to gauge.
So that's the way I always gauge it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, how many times do I get to wake up and don't have to worry about travel?
Yes, and
So that's...
it even gets confusing when you wake up. Get on.
because it's
plane
5
and-
hours earlier.
It's 5 hours earlier. Yeah.
Did you sleep on the plane, so you're flying all night?
That was the goal, and it did not happen. So I think that made it worse.
Was there turbulence
No turbulence.
at all?
Not really.
So, okay, maybe
I'm
I could-
sorry.
No.
You seem disappointed.
Wait a minute, I wanted you to have a
I
really
also
terrible
didn't
flight.
crash. I don't know if that disappoints you.
And you didn't die. At the hands of a boulder. Jesus.
I mean, I love you, but like my life insurance does not go to you. It's gonna go to someone else.
Not your
So
beneficiary.
you're not my beneficiary.
Okay. We'll get to globe life
You would
later.
not reap any benefits if I died.
no.
In fact, this would be a lot harder for you.
It would be. No, that was a slip because I I get really mad at myself because I won't go see the world because of my fear of flying.
Right. So it would make you feel better about it.
If it was like if you're like
terrible.
white knuckling the whole time, and I'm like, see, this is why I can't go to Hawaii because it's a fucking roller coaster the entire way over the Pacific Ocean.
I'm gonna tell you something. Get over it.
Okay, I know.
Hawaii's freaking amazing.
I know, but it's so expensive too. But
That's
you
true.
got free stuff.
I got a free place to stay.
Yeah. So what's their setup?
Which is why I
does
went.
she want to be friends with me too?
There was actually an open room on this trip. Yeah.
What's her name?
My Meg Nelson. Hi, Meg.
Hi, Meg.
So-
Hi, I heard you're really great. And I just think that I could provide a lot of fun and entertainment in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
So
Counterpoint.
I'll bring the wine.
Counterpoint.
No, what counterpoint?
She is gonna freak out at anything that's left in the condo. If you leave any laundry out,
Meg.
dishes.
Meg, I will clean. Like that. This is what I bring to the table: wine
That's true.
and OCD.
That's true.
Like I would be such a great guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I can recommend you knowing that, like, if you just clean it all instead of stressing out about it.
No, I won't stress.
Okay.
I'm fucking Hawaii for free.
Right?
Meg, call me.
We actually, this is embarrassing and sad. We actually, so quick, long story short, Meg and her husband Cliff are good friends. I've known Meg for a long time. We met the summer before senior year of college when we were both interning in Dallas and like going to the W Hotel to party.
Ooh.
I was living with my grandma that summer, interning at Fox Sports Southwest.
Nothing says party like living with grandma.
We were laughing, like I'd roll in at 2 a.m. and Nanny would be like,
Hey.
she'd be sitting there just waiting for us, and I'd have Meg with me, and we'd be like, whatever. We've had fun that night or whatever, and we'd be like, "Hey, Nanny,"
gosh.
So Meg and I go back to that summer, and we actually met in a bathroom at a restaurant because one of our mutual friends, a guy that I knew from Mizzou, was hitting on her, and I knew that he was bad news, and I was like, she was kind of a random girl to me at that point in the bathroom. I was like, "Hey, love him. He's a good friend, but don't do it." And she was like, "Okay, thank you for telling me."
Yeah.
And now we're still like really good friends, and I go to Hawaii with her all the time. This is kind of a fun
gosh.
story.
It is a fun
But
story.
her husband had the timeshare. He got it from his parents, and basically they bought it from their parents. So now they have it. They go one. You can have 2 timeshares every 2 years, or 1 or 2 every 1 year, if that makes sense. So
It doesn't, but that's okay.
it doesn't.
It does.
So it's like 2.
It's inconsequential.
It's a week a year,
Okay.
but they don't go every year, so they can have 2 condos for 1 week every 2 years.
Okay.
But
Yes,
I
that
probably didn't
makes
explain it
perfect
well,
sense.
but
That
that's
makes
what
sense.
happens. So they choose that option, and so they have 2 condos with 2 bedrooms and bathrooms each. So 4 couples can go. And so 2 years ago, they invited us and 2 other couples, and they tried to like get the whole group back together for this trip, and 2 of them said no. which is stupid. I'm like, Kelly and I have a handshake. We're like, if we ever get invited, we are fucking dropping everything. And I did, like, left work for a long time. It was my parents' anniversary, and I asked him to babysit my grandmother's 99th birthday. And
Nanny's 99?
other grandma. Okay. Nanny's no longer with us.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Rest in peace.
Love Nanny. Other grandma, and then something else. It was not like a great week to go, but we were like, F it, let's go.
Yeah.
So all that to say, they invited us, and then all of a sudden there was an extra spot. They found one other couple to go, so there was like one extra spot, and they were kind of like, what do y'all think? Like, is there anybody you want to invite? And we were like, well, let's invite. Sorry.
Literally, like, can you think of anyone? We're looking for people. We need to fill this spot.
It wasn't like that. It was like, is there any, like, family? Like, so
I call such bullshit on this.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, because it was her husband's cousin that was coming. And so we invited my brother and his wife, and Kelly's brother and his wife, and they both said no.
Stop it!
To where Kelly and I are looking at each other like, what's wrong with us?
People.
This is our family.
And they don't want to go on vacation.
It's just hard, I guess, for people to
No, it is. It's a long period of time.
And it was a long period of time. So anyway, that's why I get to go. Otherwise, I think like probably the cheapest you can stay on the island is $500, $600 a night, you know, at a resort or whatever, and that'd be a good deal. Like, we actually did that. So we did that our last night. We stayed 1 week in the condo, and then they left, and then Kelly and I decided, when we were looking at flights, it was cheaper for us to stay one night and fly the next day, including the cost of the hotel.
Okay.
So we got a hotel at the resort across the street from the airport.
Right.
And it was funny, because it was like $500 a night. He got some sort of points rate or whatever, but it was a $500 a night room, and they called it a garden room, and it like opened up to the back of the freaking kitchen where they cooked all the food for the resort.
What's happening with your fingernails?
I know, Emily.
You're a disaster.
They're really bad. I hope our next guest doesn't run away. My fingernails are bad.
No, you look amazing and adorable.
Gel nails
and then
these days.
I know.
I can't get the rest of it off.
You have to go get it soaked. You have to go get it soaked off.
Show me when I've had time to go get my fucking nails soaked.
I love you so much.
Who has time to go soak their nails? Not me.
This show is going nowhere so fast. Because I can't stay focused.
I know you can't. I'm trying to tell you wonderful vacation stories.
I know you are. And I'm just going to be quiet. Do you want me to leave?
Picking me apart. I'm weak.
Okay. You're not weak. You're not weak. I love you.
Today I'm weak.
You're so strong.
I already don't know. I was saying the wrong bad English on the radio all morning. I was saying seeked instead of sought. Now you're fucking making fun of my...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Making fun of my nails.
Back to Hawaii.
I thought about it for a split second this morning. I was like, well, there's nothing I can do. Literally nothing I can do. Maybe no one will notice.
Maybe no one will notice. Good one.
All right. So anyway, our $500 night room for one night was in a really bad spot. And this was funny because we walked in. You know, Kelly travels a ton for work. Or did. And is used to, like, living luxurious travel life or whatever. Andy used some points. So we walked in, and it was, like, the office part of a suite, you know?
Okay.
Like, imagine it's a suite. You've got the kitchen, and you've got, like, the office part with an office chair and a fridge and everything else. And we're like, oh, this door must open to the bedroom part. And we were like, this doesn't open. Like, this is it. And we kind of looked at each other, and we were like, looked up, and we're like, this has a pull-down bed.
A Murphy bed?
We had a Murphy bed.
Stop it. It's hilarious.
And we were like, what the? I didn't even know you could sell that for $500 a night.
For a Murphy bed.
A Murphy bed in a garden view that was looking out to, like, trash.
You got job.
It was a fancy hotel, at least. So, like, and the bed was actually quite comfortable, and we slept okay, and you just went right out, and it was, like, a wonderful pool and all that, and a beach, you know. But it was really funny. I was like, I didn't know hotels still...
That's hilarious.
Can even do a Murphy bed and not tell you.
Right.
Anyway, all of that, I didn't even describe Hawaii, but Kauai is, like, one of the most magical places. It's so beautiful. If anybody goes, you got to go up north to Princeville, stay on north of the island, go to Honolulu Bay, go to Tahiti Nui, get the ahi carpaccio. Those are my suggestions. I'll tell you quickly what not to do, probably, unless you're really fit,
Hike.
is to hike the coastline, the Kala'alu Trail, I think is what it's called, on the Nepali coast. We did it 2 years ago and went like halfway, and we were like, okay, we've seen enough, like it's beautiful, let's go down and go to the beach. So for 2 years we were kind of trying to like anticipate doing it again and going all the way. And my friend Meg got on, you had to book your parking 6 months in advance for this place because so many people want to do it and there's not a bunch of spots. Long story short, it was pouring rain that day. We should have aborted the mission, and we didn't because we were like, we're ready. We've been waiting for 2
Training for
years.
this.
We bought parking passes 6 months ago, not training. But thinking about it, we were training in our mind.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
mental.
I mean, like, I can walk, so I thought maybe.
I can walk.
Yeah. And it was pouring rain. It was really slippery, and we were like, started going, and I was looking down the whole time to make sure I didn't fall. And while I was doing that, rocks started falling on us. And Kelly and I like smashed ourselves against the side of the mountain, and our friends were up a little higher yelling back at us like, Doug, take cover, take cover. Kelly did cover me.
He did.
He did cover me. So that's like the moment of truth, right?
Yeah,
Like,
because
do you
like
love or hate your wife?
or do you love yourself more than your wife and you're
Yes.
like, you're on your own, honey. Love you, but you're on your own.
Yes.
I'm going to look out for number 1 over here.
Yes, exactly. Like
That's a good marital test.
it really was. And
Did you did it turn you on? Like he's protecting you.
I know. I mean, maybe a little, not then or there or anything, but like,
We're near death. I've never been more attracted to you.
it didn't turn me on, unfortunately. I'm sure you wished it
What
did.
does turn you on? No, I'm just kidding.
You're
I said
such
that.
a bitch.
I don't know why I went there. I'm sorry.
Want to know what turns me on?
Sure.
Booze.
I don't know why.
All the booze, because you're a bitch and you're just leaning into it today.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That was too far.
Kelly's watching somewhere, fist pumping. He's like, yeah, get her, Emily.
I want
Get her.
to go too. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do with you
I
today.
don't either. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like really tired and stuff coming in today because
Me
I think I got
too.
too much sleep.
Oh,
Sorry.
bless you.
And then all of a sudden, I take like 3 sips of bubbles, and I'm like asking you what turns you on.
You're crying, and you just spit, by the way. Miss OCD now has saliva on your microphone.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. I think it's because my kids are gone. Like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I'm a complete...
Let's talk about that
I
a
am
minute.
crying.
You were crying.
Um,
So, he saved me. The boulder just missed our head. We went and got hammered that day and talked, cheers, celebrated life, and everything else. The rest of the trip was amazing. We made it home. I do want to talk to you about your kids being gone.
Okay. Let's do that. But we need to give some love to our sponsors because we've completely sidetracked.
If you
I'm not sure who's
want to
doing-
have a sip of something and feel really good, but you don't want to leave your house, let me tell you what to do. Yeah?
What do you do?
Call our friends over at Bottle Rover. Hey, Bottle Rover has just signed on for more Mom Game. Cheers!
Cheers to Bottle Rover.
We love them.
We love 'em.
We love that they are so supportive of our weird ass endeavor here. Whatever we do here, they're on board, and we love when our sponsors actually make sense for us and the people listening. Bottle Rover does, because you can get your drinks delivered for free with Bottle Rover. With just a $50 minimum order, which is obviously easy to do with champagne, wine, whatever it is. Y'all okay?
We ordered food and it's here, but we're not gonna eat it right now. So I just want to make sure it was inside.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, Bottle Rover, love you.
That couldn't have been more well timed, because you can do the same thing but with booze, and they just knock at the door and they're like, here's your drinks. That's what Bottle Rover does for you. We like to order things. We like things to be delivered to us. I just ordered groceries this morning because I was like, when the hell am I going to get to the grocery store. I can't even go take off my nail polish. Bottle Rover is going to help. If you don't have the app on their phone, make sure that you get it. They're here to take your summer relaxation to the next level. They'll also help you plan a party. You can go on their app. You can put in the date that you're going to need some booze, exactly what you're going to want. And they will just make all of the rest happen magically. So please put the Bottle Rover app on your phone. Support them. With that, you're supporting us. And they will fetch your drinks for free when you spend $50. They also shop local liquor stores, so you're supporting the local businesses around you as well. Thank you, Bottle Rover.
Thanks, Bottle Rover. Sorry about us.
Are you going to be okay?
I am. I think I've got it. I needed that moment to
Okay.
get myself back together again.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so you were alone, and that's what I want to talk about, because you're still alone?
yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like my kids have
weeks
been
is a long
gone
time.
for a month? It's
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
And, and they, but I'm able to correspond with them every day. Mike and I send them emails every day. They read them in the morning and then they write us back.
that's
And so
fun.
we get them. We see pictures and they're having a lot of fun. They're doing great. But 2 weeks is a long time. And so
Yeah.
lesson learned, every year that they've gone to camp, I have gone away somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Mexico either last year, or year before.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
So
because you've been working a lot.
I've been working because I had, basically I had like the first Monday through Thursday was available to do something, but it's hard to get someone to go on vacation with you Monday through Thursday. And then it just was weird. Mike had to work, so I was like, I'll just be fine. So I've been
Yeah.
doing the dumbest shit around my house.
Oh.
Like I went and found so our remotes are chargeable.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, well, I need to charge all the remotes. It's
Of course.
So I mean, I've been doing
Very important.
the most ridiculous
Important work.
cleaning jewelry. Like I don't. I mean, like
Do you need to come over?
I don't.
Because I need a lot of help.
I don't know. Like, what did I do before children
Yeah.
and marriage? And what did I do? Like,
Were you this OCD before children and marriage?
yes.
Okay, because
Yeah.
children and marriage can make you a certain way because
No.
your house is just there's so much more going on.
Right.
But
no.
you did this.
I've always been
forever.
crazy, and everybody used to tell me like, this is cute. You're whatever you're doing here, but it's gonna when you have kids, it's all gonna change because
Yeah, and it has.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think next year I need to do something. I need to go somewhere. I need a distraction.
It'll probably help you take your mind.
I mean, it
off
was
of
like
too.
Monday, and I'm like texting my girlfriends. I'm like, hey, anybody up for happy hour? They're
Oh,
like,
thanks for the text.
They're like, you were in.
I'm back.
Oh, you are. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
So
bitch.
yep, you're right, bitch. Okay.
You want me to invite you to Hawaii,
So-
and you won't even text me.
Yeah.
Have drinks.
Welcome back from Hawaii. Would you like to drive to Fort Worth and have some wine with me?
We could go party at Papacitos in Arlington.
There you go. Meet you halfway.
Yeah.
So anyway, I found, I've had to work a lot lately, so it's fine. But 2 weeks is a long time without my kids.
And your mind is, like, if you're on vacation, you can kind of, like, keep yourself busy and do other things. But when you're just
Yes.
sitting at home
Yes.
with not much going on, but at least the Rangers are busy and they're winning and
yes.
they're fun. And
Yes.
maybe it might be nice to, like, because you spent a lot of your career without kids.
Yeah.
Like, when you established yourself or
Yeah.
whatever, like, it was all hands on deck job.
Yeah.
So it might be fun to just kind of focus on that for a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's almost over. They will be home we pick them up on Saturday. I cannot wait. I mean, and they're so funny, these notes in like the pictures. So there's one picture though that's a little disturbing that got sent. So they post pictures every day.
Yeah.
And you get them notifications. It's face recognition. They're like, there's new images of Hattie, new images of Henry detected.
Oh.
So you'll click on them and you go
So
through.
they're using AI.
and it's like, is this Hattie? And you click either the X or the check. So this picture comes up.
Uh-oh.
I need to show it to you.
She had one of these last year, too. I don't remember what it
This
was.
picture comes up, and I don't know.
Does she have a boyfriend?
No,
Camp boyfriend?
she has a Hitler mustache. So
What do you mean? Like,
what
she
do I
drew-
mean?
she
I
drew
mean,
it?
I don't know, but she literally.
Surely she doesn't know. Does she know? Yeah.
She doesn't. She's not familiar with Hitler.
You haven't taught her all about Hitler yet?
I haven't taught her anything about Hitler.
Let's read her bedtime
dang it.
story and let's do our nightly
I have
Hitler
to find
lesson.
it. Right. Okay. Oh, wait. While I'm looking through pictures. So I also met someone very famous and sent it to my kids. I had no clue who he was. Have you heard of Preston Plays with a Z?
No, but you posted about him, so that's
Yes.
the only reason I've heard about it.
so I sent the picture to my kids, and they flipped out.
Really?
They're like, oh my gosh,
I wonder if
you met
he's
Preston
a YouTuber.
Plays. He was throwing out the first pitch.
And he's a YouTube guy?
He's a YouTube guy. He has 13 million subscribers.
Oh, man.
Seriously. Preston Play. I need to see if he'll come. He lives in Dallas. He told me.
Really? Do you think he wants to hang out with a couple moms if
Do
he's
you
a
think?
cool
Well,
YouTuber?
he is married now. He's.
Oh, okay.
'cause
I thought he was young. He's 29.
He looks like he's 12. Mm-hmm. He has a mustache. It's not a Hitler mustache. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Like, and I can't. I mean.
Oh.
I told you. So it says, and it asks.
You weren't lying.
Is this Hattie? And I said, no, it's not. Not my kid. Not my kid.
I don't claim her.
No, and I'm like, no. Why does this exist? What is? There's so many questions.
And so, like, there's
have.
no, like, you don't get any answers until you get an email.
Well, I mean, I could, but then I don't want to,
No, it's not
send
worth
her an
bugging
email
the
and be like,
camp
hey, honey,
director.
why are you rocking a Hitler mustache at camp? An explanation would be nice. Love, Mom. It's just like, what is happening in that picture?
So from the emailing back and forth, you have no context. She wasn't like, we're doing a theater night,
No.
Saturday Night Live skits.
Right, and I'm playing Hitler. Like,
Maybe she's playing Charlie Chaplin.
You were about to say Chapman, weren't you?
But I stopped.
You did.
I said it right.
Congratulations. So anyway, camp's fine. Camp is great. It's good. But another one of my so I was going to tell you this. So another one of my girlfriends, her son goes. They had to go pick him up early. They went early this morning. He is broken out in impetigo, and it looks so painful. He called like crying last night. So they went and picked him up. I felt so bad for her.
Is it a rash?
I forget what causes it. I think it's like
But he was like
camp
some sort
stuff.
of rash.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, it's like some sort of rash, but it looks painful. Anyway, I want to have her on the show because someone suggested on our social media, which I totally appreciate. You should have a parent of a child with
Yes, I saw that.
yes is disabilities. I always
Down syndrome?
yeah. So she has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
But I don't always want. I'm so careful. I
Right.
don't want to be offensive or whatever. But a parent of a child with disabilities. And I thought, what a great idea, just to get their perspective. And so I asked Tara last night, I said, would you be willing to come on the mom game? And she was like, absolutely. And so I can't wait to have her on. She's the mom of Charlotte, who when I wrote something
Okay,
special
that's what
in
I
the
was
stands,
thinking. Yeah.
it's baby Charlotte's mom. And now baby
Aw.
Charlotte is,
Going to camp.
she's not going to camp.
Oh, her
big
sibling.
brother's going to camp.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're going to have Tara on. So anyway, I don't know how we got there. But
I think that's a great idea.
yes. And she's wonderful. And anyway, so that's just.
So your friend had to go pick them up at camp.
Yeah, so anyway, camp's great if you don't get in Patago and if you're not rocking a Hitler mustache, basically is what I'm saying. And I cannot wait to see my kids. Like, I'm so excited.
That's going to be
I can't
fun.
wait. Yeah.
What are y'all going to do?
I don't know. And then I leave Wednesday for San Diego. So I'm only
Okay.
going to be with them for a few days.
Okay.
And then I go to San Diego. 2 girlfriends are going with me. Sorry about not inviting you. Yeah, actually Tara's going. Tara and my
Fun.
best friend Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah. so a
Girls
little
trip.
Girls work trip.
awesome.
Yeah. Last year we went to New York City. There was 5 of us total. This year we're going to San Diego, and there's just 3 of us total, so just 2. We're trying to pick one every year that we,
Awesome.
do. Yeah. So anyway.
Fun.
Okay. How about a little what's on your feed?
Yes.
We can talk about our old friends Dan and Jake.
Yeah, we can talk about them a little bit because it's like all over
Oh my gosh.
my feed.
Blows and up.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. So, well, let's talk. Well, first of all, let's do a little sports. Because,
You just steer the ship in.
well, I know.
Along for the
but
ride.
because
It's been a little bit bumpy.
bless us, re-entry's hard. So we want to talk a little sports. Obviously, we want to talk a little Rangers because they are on fire, which is amazing. And speaking of fire, Early Bird CBD is fire. It's fire.
I like what you did there.
Yeah, I love Early Bird CBD so much. I have really leaned heavily on the Early Bird with my kids out of town because, like you said, my mind is racing. I don't feel settled without them at home. So when I come home from work, it's a glass of wine and pop a couple Early Birds, and it helps me go to sleep so much better. So I just am so grateful for our partnership with Early Bird. Eric Culver's the guy over there, and he's an amazing partner. And Early Bird is just kind of that little thing that you need to just take everything down a notch or two when I'm going on level 24, it brings me down to,
Yeah.
manageable
I
level.
actually forgot about it in the last couple days, and I need it
Yeah.
right now because I'm having trouble sleeping.
Right. Yeah. It will definitely do the trick. I mean,
Yeah.
and it just kind of, you get into this it's like
Yes.
taking a deep breath.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. So anyway, we encourage everyone to give Early Bird CBD a try. What is our new code? I forgot. I didn't write it down. It's TMG20. You get 20% off your first
Yeah.
order.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'll
and
let
it's
you know if it's not.
yes, that code is good for your. Actually, it's any one-time order. Even if you've ordered Early Bird before. I mean, we know lots of you have. It's a one-time code that's good for 20% off of any order. So stock up. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stock up now.
Stock up. Buy 5 bottles. Strawberry and lemon are my favorites. So check them out.
Strawberry is my favorite.
Yeah. Earlybirdcbd.com. Super good stuff. Will help you chill out. Help you sleep. It's a total game changer in my little world. Speaking of my little world, the Rangers.
Yay!
They've won 6 in a row. And you know what? As good as we played in the first half, we never had a 6-game winning streak. We haven't had a 6-game winning streak since
I thought it
2019.
sounded
And this
unfamiliar.
team is
Yeah.
so much fun right now. It's so much fun. They needed the break. We limped into the All-Star break. They played 30 games in 31 days. It was a fucking beating. They just weren't playing their best baseball. And so everyone's like, they just need. Actually, our guest next week, Nathaniel Lowe, I texted him for something when they were on the road. And he basically he texted me back and he was like, yeah, we just suck right now. We need to rest. We need a break. And then we're going to come back and basically fucking kill it.
That's funny.
And I was like, okay, I like
Yeah.
it. So they all knew that they just needed to catch
Yeah.
their breaths. And that's exactly what they did. They take 3 over the Guardians, who were in first place when they came here. They took 3 over Tampa Bay, who was in first place when they came here. And it's just, they've got 3 against the Dodgers coming up.
Yep.
And then they hit the road for Houston and San Diego. And we're going to learn a lot.
Good teams they're beating right now.
Great teams they're beating right now.
And they're 4.5 games up on the Astros
Yeah.
as of today.
Yes, and it's not like they're scoring 20 runs a game. I mean, they're
Yeah.
getting it done with pitching, bullpen. The defense has been stupid good, not just now, but all season long. So this team is fun. They're fun to watch. They're fun to cover. They're fun to be around. It's just they're playing a great brand of baseball, and it is so much fun. And it's like I've talked to you a million times about, like, you kind of hold your breath, like, how long is this going to last? Can we keep it up? And now it's like, well, fuck, we're almost 100 games in, and this thing is just cruising.
It's what they needed mentally, and it's
Yeah.
what they needed, obviously, for the standings. Like, you need to continue to win games so you don't start getting anxious about losing your lead and then what comes next after that.
Yeah.
In the division. So it's been really exciting, and I feel like what's been the most exciting is that the pitching, like you said, like, this was the biggest problem heading into the All-Star break that we were worried about, and now the bullpen's kind of coming together.
Yeah, did you see the Alex Spees kid yesterday?
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Because your interview was great. We played
Thank
it
you.
this morning.
Oh, good.
And I love that you got the question in about leaving, and because parenting is hard, and
Yeah.
his life, he didn't feel happy playing baseball.
Yeah.
But maybe you could reset that for people that aren't
Yeah,
as clued
so
in.
Alex Spees, I didn't, and full disclosure, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the minor leagues. I don't have enough brain width. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I can only
Bandwidth,
focus on
you mean?
bandwidth or brain width. Yeah, I got a
Sorry,
wide,
you started this.
I got a wide brain.
You started this.
Actually, I don't have a wide brain. That's why I can't focus on the minor leagues. Anyway,
Back to Alex.
So it was kind of a little bit out of nowhere, and for me, not for people who follow this stuff.
We were tracking it on the speakeasy.
Were you
Jeff was.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love that.
He knew his whole story and was like 2 weeks ago saying this guy's on the horizon.
Okay. So I had heard briefly about his story, but I wasn't making the connection.
He knew he was like killing it.
Yes.
And we needed help there.
So this kid comes up, Alex Spees. He's 24, 25, drafted in 16.
Yeah.
Out of high school, was working his way through the minor leagues, and then had some mental health issues, had a child in 2019. Anyway, just couldn't really get right mentally, and so he just said, I need a break.
Done.
So he walked away from baseball, not knowing if he would come back, started coaching youth baseball, like Little League. I think he said he had a 10U team, or a 9U, 11U, and a 14U or something like that. So it's the teams that he worked with, and he said, seeing the joy that those kids played with made him want to get back into baseball.
Which is amazing.
He's so honest. He's so open. Like, he's such a great talker. He's such a great interview. And, he comes out and we talked to Boch before the game, and I'm like, how are you planning to use him? And he's like, we want to give him a soft landing if we can, meaning let's not bring him in a high leverage situation. Maybe if we're up 5, down 5, whatever. Well, the bullpen was down a lot of guys yesterday because they had been worked so much. And so he gets him up. John Gray gets injured. Brock Burke comes in. And then he gets him up. And there's one out in the 7th inning, runners on, and a runner on first.
What, 1-run lead at that point? Or?
1-0 game.
Yeah.
And he proceeds to get a strike him out. And then Jonah.
I don't know. I'm just going to let you waffle here.
Yes, I know you are.
I'm not going to help you.
I know you are. Jonah Heim throws out the runner at second, so it's a strike him out, throw him out to end him, double play.
That's a hot play.
Effing amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so hot.
Yeah.
That is a hot play.
We need to do hottest plays in
Agreed.
sports
We do.
with you.
Okay,
We did it.
yes.
I did it with Jeff, but I don't want to do it with
Yeah. Strike him out, throw him out is pretty hot.
you. Yeah.
So then he comes back out in the 8th, strikes out his first 2 batters, then gets a pop-up to end the 8th inning. Then we go on to score. Speaking of Jonah Heim.
At least you just did it with me and not on TV.
Right. He hit a 3-run bomb, puts him up, and then Cody Bradford came in to close it out. Get to interview Alex Spees after the game, and it was amazing. Those moments like that never get old to me.
Oh, I know.
I mean, that's
what makes sports so great.
It's so
no matter the
It's
level
so
you're
fun.
at.
Yeah, and his parents are up there and they're filming everything, and it was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
So
it's
shout out
amazing.
to Alex Spees. I'm sure he's a big listener of the Mom.
So I feel like he would be such a good interview for us, and I know he's new, and y'all probably
be
haven't
great.
established like the whatever like you have with some guys, but we could do it remote or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that story, I feel like we need to lean into a little bit,
100%.
especially because like parenting was part of it.
Yeah.
And parenting's hard as F.
Yeah.
And like Kelly just left his job because I was like, I need help, and
Yeah.
he was there too. But
Right.
yeah. I just feel like there's a lot there.
For sure.
And it's really cool. Hopefully he continues to
Such a fun story.
play so well, and he throws some heat, man.
He does.
Yeah. So I'm
What is our
excited.
oldest Chapman?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got Nate on next week. We want to talk about. We'll say
all the Rangers
all
stuff.
the Ranger stuff.
Okay. I'll stop for him.
Did you see my tweet though about Nathaniel looking at Aroldis?
Oh yeah. Well, did you see my reply?
Did you look at me that way too? I loved it.
I was like totally creeping you out.
It
I just wanted
no,
to
it
be
wasn't.
creepy.
Clearly, now we know what turns you on.
Stop.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, but we do need to get to
Emily, I just want to set the record straight though before you move on.
what?
You don't turn me on.
I don't turn you on. Okay, I mean it's fair enough.
Sorry.
It's kind of rude, but whatever. It's a little offensive.
I just thought it'd be like a weird, creepy thing to say on Twitter. That's kind of how
You
I
wanted
roll.
to be weird and
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I like weird, creepy.
I just wanted to be weird and creepy.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, let's talk a little. What's on your feed? What's in your craw? I think we probably missed some stuff. TMG News Desk, all the things. All the things brought to us by our friends at Globe Life.
Yes, because as
Which
we
will
know,
be hosting Family Field Day on July 29th.
everything's coming
Everything's
together.
coming together.
Everything's
July
coming
29th.
together beautifully. I'm going to be there. I just decided in this show it's going to be
I'm
so
so
much fun.
excited you get to go.
Yeah, well,
Madison's going to be stoked too.
when we went to the last game, when I brought the family, we were like leaving, and Ryder's like, "Can I run the bases?" And we were like, not right now.
Yeah.
Like, and so to go down and get on the field and everything you were saying, it was like, Ryder's got to go do this.
Ding, ding.
I love going out to the ballpark, especially this season because they're so good. But yes, thank you to Globe Life for helping build that ballpark and also helping build our show here on the Mom Game. Globe Life, what you may not know about them is they might have a job for you if you're listening to this. Maybe you're looking to kind of re-rack your situation and re-rack your career. Because as we know, the job market is different than it used to be, whether you're attempting to balance your work and your home life or find a career that aligns with your goals and your needs. It's a lot. It's a lot to juggle. They can help you. If you're looking for a career path that offers a flexible schedule, the ability to make a difference, and the independence to build your own business under their umbrella, that's amazing. You can do it all with Globe Life. Anyone watching the Rangers play, anyone watching Emily do her job knows and sees the name Globe Life there every single day. But people may not know how much opportunity is there, how many successful women thrive in their careers with Globe Life. You can tell they support women. They support what you're trying to do. They support women-owned businesses because look at them supporting us. I love it. There's some synergy there, if you will, if I can use some
Please.
work speak, corporate speak.
Oh, so much synergy.
If you've never considered the insurance industry, you should know a growing number of women are finding true success in it. Globe Life has been around for generations. They pride themselves on their commitment to make tomorrow better. Thank you so much to Globe Life for supporting us, and this week they bring us What's on Your Feed. There's a lot of, well, I guess we teased Dan and Jake.
Yeah.
Barbie's all over my feed, too.
Dude, Barbie is wearing me the fuck out. I haven't seen much on Oppenheimer.
I haven't been able to wrap my mind around
What?
what that is yet. Oppenheimer. Huh?
What? Oh, the atom bomb.
And there's a movie about it.
I'm
I'm like still trying to figure out.
I'm out on both. Are you going to? Why? What are we doing with Barbie?
I'm going to Barbie.
You
I mean,
are.
I'm not gonna like go dress in pink and bring on my girls and like go
Right.
Barbie it up. But you think? I don't like have that many girls.
I don't. Okay, if you. What's your favorite?
Can I bring like some guys from work?
Right.
I don't know.
I guess it's cool.
Jeff
I
and
don't-
KT getting
I know.
Yeah, getting their Barbie on.
I mean, I don't know. I just like.
So Barbie's obviously like epic, just as a
Well, for
as a
sure.
toy. And so now for that to be a movie, it's kind of crazy because it seems like it might have happened already if it was going to happen, and it never did. And
So there's never been a Barbie movie.
there's been Barbie like
not a real action.
yeah, there's been all the like
Who's
shows.
the guy playing Ken?
Ryan Gosling, bitch.
Oh, that's right. Oh, hey.
He's hot.
He is hot.
He's like in okay. Going back
Whoa.
to
What turns you on? Ryan Gosling. Not me, Julie. But I mean me too. Well, let's be real. I mean,
he's hot. I mean, I
he's fun
feel
to look
like
at.
I scouted him out and Remember the Titans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
fun
he
to
had a
look at.
small role in that, and I was like, "Who is that?" Like, and now he's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Who's he married to?
Eva Mendes.
Oh, she's hot.
Well, yeah, they're hot together.
Oh.
But Margot Robbie's also hot.
Who's she?
Barbie.
Okay.
You don't know who Margot Robbie is?
Is it Margot Robbie or Margot Robbie?
Fuck.
Yes.
Are you
Margot
sure?
Robbie.
I feel like I was doing a really good job trying to pronounce that right.
Okay, so Barbie. Barbie's everywhere. Like now, can I stream it? I don't want to go to a theater.
Well, you don't have to. No one's making you.
Right, but now I feel like I need to keep up with pop culture.
I want to go to a theater.
You
but-
do?
I do.
We go together?
Because, yeah, let's go.
Let's go to the one that serves booze and food.
Let's go. Because I was thinking, like, oh, I'll bring Anna. And then everything I'm seeing is like, no, it's not for little kids.
Oh, it's not for kids.
I've heard, like,
So this is for grown-ups to watch a Barbie movie.
yeah, and like
Okay.
teenagers, I think, are good.
Okay.
I actually have a friend from college who went last night, and she sent us all a text, and I feel like she summed it up really well, because we were all kind of wondering the same thing about Barbie. She said the whole thing was a blast. Now her daughter is like 12.
Okay.
She said the whole thing was a blast, and she brought her daughter. She said the movie is amazing with star eyes emoji, which this girl isn't an emoji girl, so you know that's pretty good.
Ooh, emoji.
She said it's really more of a teen or adult movie, but if your kiddo is young, it will probably be over their head. So you could bring them, and they just like won't know what's going on.
Wow, nothing
She said-
goes over Hattie McCoy's head.
No, younger than that. Like Anna, it would probably be over her head.
Oh, okay.
Teen adult movie, so I would not bring Hattie. Hattie's probably in the danger zone.
Hattie's definitely in the danger zone all the time. She lives in the danger zone.
Yeah,
trust me.
like of danger zone of age, I think,
Well,
to see
and
Barbie.
she just knows she's so inquisitive and like she'll call bullshit on stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas Henry,
she's
still,
entering
he's-
smartass stage
Oh,
of life, or she's already there.
She's 100%.
She's set
That's why
up
when she
shop
cried
there.
at Camp Drop Off, like that's what it killed me.
No,
Like because
it makes me sad.
and she doesn't even like she side hugs. Like she's not a like I'm a lover cuddler. Like that's
Yeah.
same with Henry.
Yeah.
Mike is not exactly that way. Henry or Hattie, they're kind of, and so when she gave me like the death grip hug, I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway,
Yeah, I get it.
definitely not gonna let Hattie go.
Yeah, my friend said it's definitely visually entertaining for kids, and Ryan Gosling is pleasing for all, and she did the emoji that drools.
Oh, pleasing for
Not to put you on blast, Taylor, but
No.
I loved that text. It was a really good encapsulation of the show.
Okay,
Is
so
that a word?
Barbie's
I feel like that's a
everywhere.
word.
Sure.
Encapsulation?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's a very highly seeked after word.
I'm feeling a little low about my vocabulary. and I
Okay,
thought
so
it was
maybe
pretty good.
like because we have Nate next week,
Yes.
and then we have one more week before I go on vacation. So maybe we should make it our mission to see Barbie before
Yes.
I leave for vacation.
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay.
Because I do want to see it. I think there's a lot of really funny parts, like where I think something where like he looks down and like realizes he has like a penis and doesn't know what to do with it, like because he's a doll, right? But in reality, they like make jokes like that, like. So I think it'll be really cute, and yeah, whoever's running their marketing is
Doing
freaking
it right.
destroying
Seriously.
because it's everywhere.
Something else that is on my feed and yours too, I'm sure, is the Dan and Jake's. What's happening?
I'm embarrassed of my nails.
Oh, that's. Oh my god.
How do I drink without
You
people?
can't. You can't. You just embrace them. You got jank nails, girl. Jank ass nails.
They looked beautiful before my
I'm
vacation,
sure
and I
they
picked
did.
orange for Hawaii.
Oh, of course you did. You're so festive. So our friends, Dan McDowell, Jake Kemp, they're out.
They blew that joint.
They out. Okay, and then I saw something that you never told me. So did they help compensate people's salaries during COVID?
Yeah.
That's fucking phenomenal.
They knew.
You know who else did some of that?
Who?
That doesn't get enough burn, and he would probably kill me if he knew I was saying that.
Well, you're not
Yes.
really. No one's listening.
John Daniels.
Really.
Yep. John
Because it has
Daniels
to
helped
feel
people
shitty.
during COVID. I mean,
Personally.
personally. Yeah. I mean, that's fucking next level stuff.
Yeah, it is.
So good
'Cause
on
it's-
good on that. I mean, listen, and I love those guys. I like them.
They've both been on the mom game.
They've both been on the mom game, but that's a whole nother level of respect
Yeah.
that I have.
And it
for
like
them.
it didn't like start with my era. Like it's been that way for a long time, especially with Dan.
Yeah.
Like and well, because Jake was one of the ones that was making no money for a while.
Yeah.
So I think Dan was probably, whatever. I don't know all the like details of that situation, but I know that when Jake finally did become a host, like he was very cognizant of everyone around him and how kind of crappy they're treated and how little money they make. Because he had been there himself. And so I got furloughed, like I was the one person in the whole place that got 90-day furlough,
Which is such bullshit.
which was so weird. I'm like, I made
Were you the last one
no
in?
money.
Were you the last one in before COVID? That's the only way I could make sense of it.
No, I don't think I was, but the way they explained
Because it should have been the last one in. If they're gonna,
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a.
there were ones after me, but the way they explained it was like they had to basically look at someone that was not as imperative to their show and like the board ops are, which I agree with, producers are, and then they looked at me, Sean and Ty did Diamond Talk and had been there longer.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, whatever. I got 90 days with my kids. I made no money anyway. So, but it was just kind of
Right.
the feeling of like, we don't care about you, and
Right.
you're the one person of everybody,
the
and
most
you're also
expendable.
the one girl.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And that it really like upset Dan and Jake when that happened.
Yeah.
And they did. And it wasn't just them. I will say, I think that all of the hosts kind of made a pot for a lot of the people, because I got the 90-day, but other people were rotating on furloughs,
Yeah.
so it wasn't just me. And so all of the hosts did, but Dan and Jake made a point to like make sure the people on their show were okay.
Taken care of.
Yeah, and I mean they like their
really cool.
Christmas gifts to us were very kind.
Yeah.
It's like that's something they've been cognizant of. Dan's been cognizant of the whole time he's been there.
Yeah.
So yeah, for people who don't know what we're talking about, I'm sorry, but they work at the Ticket, which is where I worked for a long time and where a lot of the people who've come on the mom game work, and it is a giant force in the sports radio industry here in Dallas. And these are a couple of our friends who have a really popular midday show called The Hang Zone, and they left. So it's been a big deal here in Dallas, and I think it's like a little bit of a microcosm to the world and giant companies. And you see a lot of people striking right now. UPS is striking, the writers and the directors in Hollywood, the actors, even now, if they're wanting to band with those writers, directors, they're all striking right now. So it's just kind of a reality of the world and working in entertainment. It's like there's someone up there that's making a shit ton of money and they don't care much about you, but you're very important to their success.
Well, and the same thing happened with this whole Bally's fiasco.
Yep.
It's a disaster.
Yep.
And you had two of the most well-respected, people in this market, in John Radigan and Dana Larson, lose their jobs because
I haven't even seen that come out.
Because John and Dana aren't very prolific on social media. They don't really. That's just not their thing. So I think that's probably why it hasn't been talked about more. But it's terrible. And then too, and then I'm looking at
Can we give them a quick little how fucking amazing both of them are?
Both, they're amazing.
Because you've known them way more than me. We've both known them a long time.
They were both at Fox Sports Southwest when I got there.
Yep.
So they've been there forever.
Yep.
But in that case, like when you're talking about getting rid of people, you take the ones at the top that make the most money.
The ones who have treated people the right way, that have worked really hard.
You will not find anyone on this planet.
Dana just won broadcaster of the year.
You won't find anyone on this planet that will say a negative thing about John Radigan or Dana Larson. And they were just they're just casualties.
Yeah, because it's a corporation and
it sucks. But then I'm like, what about all these yahoos, in LA making whatever? It's just,
it's very frustrating.
It's frustrating. And also too, it reinforces. Oh, here's Nate.
Okay.
It reinforces getting a snack and then we'll head your way. Haven't eaten since breakfast. All good. So just to pull the curtain back, we're recording Nate today. It's the Rangers off day. Nate Lowe, who is probably the only current Texas Ranger that would come here on his off day.
Amazing.
God bless him. I love him so much. So anyway, you'll see that next week, but he's awesome. Okay, where was I?
You were talking about John and Dana and...
Yeah, it's just this is also too reinforcement, and I tell people this all the time. Anyone I talk to, whether it's, a college kid or somebody who wants to get into this industry, it doesn't matter what, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah. You need to have a lot of baskets.
You've been preaching that for a while.
I will, till my dying day, I will say that. That's why when I got my insurance license, which closed my first deal, by the way.
Cheers! You rich bitch? You can buy me something?
And it's teaching me patience because it's a slow burn.
I need more champagne.
It's a really slow burn.
Although I don't want to be drunk when he gets here.
No, we're done.
Not drunk, but you know what I mean.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I always tell people, man, woman, child, whatever, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not rely on one person to determine your financial stability,
for
your
you
financial
and your
situation.
Family
yes.
And everything else.
Because it's just, that's why I market wine. That's why I got my insurance license. That's why money was not the motivation behind the mom game. This is probably the only thing I've done that in my life that I haven't been, at least had that in the back of my mind. It's just, I tell this, I was texting somebody the other day, and I was just like, I don't want to be on Mike McCoy's payroll. Love my husband, love that he does well. I do not want to be on his payroll. I do not want to be on anyone's payroll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want one person being in control of my financial scene.
Right.
I just don't want it.
How you feel, and you have the right to feel that way, and it makes sense. That's just... There's something cool about being able to
I've got
I can make my own money, and
this
I can
doesn't
do
work
things
out,
that make money. I have skills.
Yes, yeah. And and especially in this industry, you work your ass off and you make shit for money when you start out, it's just inevitable.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to a place where you're like, okay, I've earned this, this place in this industry, and then they're like, oh, well, you're the first to go because you make the
see
most.
you later. And guess who's still there? The bosses.
Yeah.
That have been there for a year or two, and they'll find someone that they can pay a lot less. So I am sending all of my best wishes to John and Dana because it pisses me off.
It just sucks. And
they are so good at their job. They'll find something.
Dana Larson is the most prepared person I've ever met to do a job.
She's been on the mom game.
Yep. Ever, yeah. She's amazing.
She's so prepared.
Oh, it's disgusting how prepared
And she has kids.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I'm doing radio shows, and I'm like, sometimes I'll fly by the seat of my pants because I'm tired and kids and everything else. I'm like, she's been killing it.
She's so great.
So I strive to be like
Well,
her.
and we're going to try to get her on too. I actually reached out to her too about helping out with, summertime schedules with us. And she was on vacation and she had stuff going on. So, but anyway, she's fantastic.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get her on soon.
Yeah, and then maybe we can, Dan and Jake, maybe have a little downtime.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them on the mom game.
I think we probably could.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think their situation is, I think they're done with Cumulus, so I don't know. It's funny. I will say one more thing and then we'll move on. But it's ridiculous a little bit, like how many people are like, my ticket, I can't even listen. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Where am I gonna go? It's like, wait a second. These people you love so much are doing something that's really good for them.
Right.
And if they go anywhere else or not, like, they're gonna land on their feet and you should be happy for them.
Yeah.
Don't beg that they go back to the place that's pushed them away.
Right. Well, and that was the case with you too. Like everybody that's left there.
And
like,
it's like
at some point you have to I don't know, it sounds cheesy, but stand up for what's right. Like, no, this is not.
Yeah, like
how it's
what's
supposed
it
to work.
gonna take for people to realize that
Right. Well, like for you, like
fleeing there for a reason.
Right.
And I love
There's
everybody
a certain
there.
number of people that are taken care of, and then there's
There's
everybody else.
And there's nowhere for them to go. Now there's places for some of them to go.
Right.
'Cause Norm, Dan, Jake, all gone. But just for whatever ends up happening with them, we are sending them from the mom game.
Oh, yeah.
All of our best wishes, all of our love, and a little bit of a fist bump for doing what you feel in your heart is right and what you deserve.
Yeah.
And they deserve to be treated how they want to be treated and do what they want to do with their careers.
Yeah.
And be in charge of it. That's why we started this. It's fun to be in
Absolutely.
charge of your own shit.
It is. We're in charge of our own shit. Okay.
I feel like we need to close.
I know, we do. We've been talking for a long time.
We have. It's
okay,
been
though.
great.
That's good. We were back.
The producer
dear.
chimes in. She's like, shut up!
Ashley's like, God damn it. Got another long show to edit. Okay. That's it. We'll see you next week.
I was a one-take wonder, Ash. Like, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, no
there should be-
audio.
I know. Okay. We should be good. We love you, Ashley. Okay. Time to go. Next week it's Nathaniel Lowe. We got lots of fun stuff to talk about.
A real
We can
life
talk
Texas
about
Ranger.
my real life embarrassing story.
Can't wait.
With Nathaniel Lowe. He can give you the recollection of it.
Yes.
Should be good. So much more stuff going on. We're so grateful that you're here with us. We're grateful to be back together
Yay.
again for a couple weeks. And then we'll get back in our group. Oh, I booked Maddie Parker. Fort Worth Mayor Maddie Parker will be coming on the
Killing
show
it.
in September.
Talk about bad bitches.
Yeah, so we're super excited to talk about that too. So, okay, tons going on. We're going to wrap this up so we can eat some lunch and then welcome Nathaniel in for episode 176. So, episode 175.
Yep, 175 in the books.
Books. That is it. Mom game out.
This is when you stop talking. Mom game out.
I should shut up.